Planning to move to Ivory Coast and wondering how to get an apartment without being scammed or overpaying? In this video, I will show you step by step on how to find a house here in Ivory Coast, especially if you're new here. From prices, locations, documents, and insiders tips. This video will save you stress, money, and mistakes. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Diamond. I'm a Nigerian living in Ivory Coast. I make content around life, business, and realities here in Cote d'Ivoire. So if you're seeing me for the first time, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So I'm dividing this content into 4 sections. The first section is understanding the rental market. Ivory Coast, especially cities like Abidjan, has very competitive rental markets, meaning good apartments goes fast. Prices depends on your location. Luxury areas are expensive while local areas are cheaper. For example, the outskirts of the cities are more cheaper than the city centers. So move to the section 2. Popular areas like Cocody, Makori in Abidjan are clean and expensive and are usually suitable for expat lifestyle. Other areas like Yopougon, Yamoussoukro, Bouaké are more cheap and affordable. Tips: choose your location based on your budgets and your distance to work. So move to section 3, which is where to find apartments. Now let's talk about where to actually find apartments. Now I'll give 3 methods of looking for apartments here in Ivory Coast. The first method is real estate agents. This is best for foreigners. They show you the available apartments. They also handle paperwork, but you pay for the agency fees. The second is online listing. These are websites and Facebook groups where photos or videos of available apartments are being posted for people that are interested or people that are looking for apartments. The third method is street search. This is a very common method where you walk around by yourself and look for apartment that has Aloe sign. Aloe means for rent. You can also ask the locals. This works faster. Then we'll move to section 4, which is how much do you actually need to rent an apartment. Now this is where many people get shocked. First of all, Ivory Coast, rent in Ivory Coast is being paid monthly. And when you're moving in as a new tenant into the apartment, you don't just pay for 1 month. You'll be asked to pay 3 months advance, which is also called caution fee. And you also be asked to pay 1 month for the month you're moving in. And you also be asked to pay another 1 month, which is for agency fee. So in total, you'll be paying about 5 to 6 months upfront, depending on the landlord. Some landlords may ask you to pay 5 months, some may ask you to pay 6 months upfront. Now, for example, your rent is 10,000 CFA. When you're moving in as a new person into an apartment, you're not paying 10,000 CFA. You're going to pay that 10,000 CFA in 5 months or 6 months, depending on the landlord. Some landlord may ask you to pay 5 months upfront, some may ask you to pay 6 months. So that is how rent is being paid here in Ivory Coast as a new person entering into an apartment for the first time. And then the good thing about this is the 3 months or 4 months you pay for your caution fee. If you're about to leave in the house or when you're done staying in that particular apartment and you're about to leave, the landlord will come and check if everything is okay, and if everything is okay, you'll be refunded back your 3 months or 4 months caution fee. And also, if you're staying in the house and you're not able to pay for a month, maybe due to financial constraints, that 1 month can be deducted from your caution fee. So these are the importance of the caution fee. But then, moving into an apartment for the first time, you're paying about 5 to 6 months advance. That's how it's being structured here in Ivory Coast. Now move to red flags to avoid when looking for an apartment. The first is cheap houses that looks too good. And the second is if the landlord or agent is asking you to pay money before showing you an apartment. That is a red flag. And then the third is no documents or receipts. If they don't show you a document or they give you receipts after payment, you know that is a red flag. You must make sure you collect your receipt after every payment for an apartment. What you must do when renting an apartment. Number 1 is you make sure you visit the apartment physically. You don't just rely on maybe the video they send to you online or pictures they send to you online. You make sure you visit the apartment physically and expect to make sure that what you're being shown is where or the place they take you to or what you're paying for. And then the second is confirm the landlord. Don't just take words from the agent. After you finish deliberating on everything, ask the agent to take you to the landlord. So you make payment directly to the landlord. And then the third is check everything before payment. Make sure everything is in order. Make sure everything is okay, because Most times after payment and you discover maybe a maintenance they need to do or maybe something wrong with the house, after making payment, they might not listen to you. They might not want to come and make any or fix anything in the house. So you make sure you check everything is in order before you make payment and back into the house. So let's move to pro tips. As a newcomer planning to move to Ivory Coast or just moved into Ivory Coast, these are some tips for you. So the first is start with a short stay in a hotel or Airbnb. This will give you time to scout or look for a very good apartment. The second is don't rush, compare options. The third is negotiate price. If the landlord is asking you to maybe pay for 6 months upfront, you can negotiate for 5 months. If the landlord is asking you to pay for 5 months upfront, you can negotiate for 4 months. They might just agree to it. And then the fourth is make inquiries from locals, people that are indigent, people that are Ivorians. If you can make friends with them and make inquiries from them, you might get good deals or better deals. So guys, that's exactly how to get an apartment in Ivory Coast when you arrive. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and drop your questions in the comment section. I reply to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Diamond. I'm a Nigerian living in Ivory Coast. If you're seeing me for the first time, I make videos about life, business, and realities here in Ivory Coast. Do also hit the subscribe button. It's free of charge, and turn on your post notification bell so you'll be notified when next I post another content. See you on my next video.